Shabbat Shalom. I come to you today from Noah's Ark because that's the Torah portion we're reading this weekend. It goes all the way from Noah to the story of the Tower of Babel, which is one of my favorite sections to read because it has to do with language. But today we're going to be on the ark with the animals. I could also talk about how very easy it is to see the Noah's Ark story as a parallel to what we have been living through during this pandemic. At least the part about staying inside for who knows how long and being trapped with family and animals. I could talk about how easy it is to relate to living during a flood that seems to overcome everything. For Noah, it was water. For us, it's an overwhelming flood of nonstop information. I could talk about how, for some of us, it's about losing everything. Friends, home, job, life. For those of us who survive this, how not knowing how or when we can start to rebuild our lives. I could talk about the overwhelming loss. Hundreds of thousands of people have died already, and the flood hasn't stopped yet. When I teach Torah, as you already know, I like to ask the question, who are you in the story? We could very easily relate to being Noah and his family. It's always been difficult for me in this story to relate to God. God was so upset about the way people were treating each other and ignoring or taking advantage of the earth and the animals that God thought that the only solution was to destroy it all. I don't relate to that option. I can relate to the part about the rainbow, realizing that this solution was too drastic, at the risk of using a bad pun that God had gone overboard by destroying everything. I can relate to God realizing that there has to be a better way to handle things and promising to deal with things differently next time. I can relate to that. Today, I want to focus not on the losses, not on the suffering, not even on learning the lesson about taking care of each other and the planet. Today, I want to focus on the animals. I realized that the story gives us an important fact about Noah and why he was chosen. He was a righteous man in his generation. Some people wonder if that means that if you put him in a different time, would he still be considered righteous? That's something that we often discuss during Torah study. That's not what I want to focus on now. I realize that the Torah doesn't mention Noah's qualifications about how well he takes care of animals. To be able to feel comfortable enough to be up close and personal with any kind of animal, that's a wonderful trait. Since we're all in this boat together, humans and animals, you would think that we would each be better at that. Most of us are good at interacting with at least some kind of animals, cute, cuddly, loving animals, but I suspect that each of us has animals that we would not be comfortable dealing with or responsible for, like unpredictable animals, or huge animals, or animals that could easily kill us. Noah had to take care of all of them. Maybe part of what it meant to be righteous for Noah meant that he knew the right way to interact with all kinds of animals. Tonight, I want to honor the Jewish veterinarians here who also know the right way to interact with all animals. The readers for this service will be local Jewish veterinarians. Judaism teaches many lessons about how to treat animals, from feeding your animals before you feed yourself, to an obligation that even if it breaks Shabbat laws, that you have to help an animal who is injured or lost, even if it's the animal of your enemy. During the service, we will bless our pets, the animals we share our lives with. Our pets become family. They rely on us, and often we rely on them. One of the things that we can do by having a service online is to get to see each other's pets. You're also welcome to join us at the Zoom Onik Shabbat after services tonight so that we can see each other's pets kind of live. Go to the B'nai Zion website to find out how to join us on Zoom. You don't have to have a pet with you to join us, though. For tonight, as we take a moment to rejuvenate our souls on Shabbat, to refresh our bodies, let us also renew our appreciation for the animals that share our planet and share our lives. So now that the rain has stopped, now we take a deep breath. We let it out slowly. Oh, great. The air smells wonderful now. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. We are ready to move on.